We are not happy right now. Watch this guy. He makes a nice play, but he cuts in front of a little guy. And then he gives it to his buddy. He kept it. That is one of the weakest efforts I've ever seen.
And I'm David.
Enjoy this great game.
On a lighter note, you did play with the Giants. You've played in this park with the Giants. You've been here other times playing against them. Now you're playing against them. Tell us a little bit about this rivalry. Fans love it. Do you love it as much? The players love it?
I think this is great for the Bay Area. I think the fans get a chance to let their hair down and let everybody know how they feel about which team they support. And I think the guys get just as juiced up for it. This is as close to a playoff atmosphere as you get during the middle of a season. So you get that little extra juice going, and you get excited, and you know if you do well that everybody's going to be happy for you.
So it wouldn't be a complete interview if you're playing the Giants without asking about number 25. I know he always looms large in the lineup for pitchers. Any new way of attacking him tonight?
I can't approach it any way that I have in the past. You know, I've always been aggressive with him, and he's either got me or I've got him. So he's probably the best player that I've ever played with or against. And he's a presence, and you have to, you know, he's lurking in the wings before every at bat. So it's something that it's going to be a challenge.
Well, a battle I'm sure well worth watching. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, Alan Embree's had a couple days off. He should be ready to go. Barry Bonds, 746 career home runs. Eric Chavez, and he's hitting the ball out of the ballpark for the A's as well. A's Giants coming up.
Hit toward the... What a great ball tonight.
Well, we all know the McAfee Coliseum, and we have headed across the bridge, and we have arrived at AT&T Park. And on the shores of the San Francisco Bay, beautiful ballpark. And it should be a lot of fun this weekend. It always is when the A's and Giants get together. A's took 2 out of 3 from the Giants in Oakland last month. The Giants will try to even up the score this weekend. A's have other ideas, and here is the A's lineup, which is brought to you by McDonald's. Travis Buck will lead off and play center field, then Mark Ellis. Nick Swisher's in right field tonight. Eric Chavez in the cleanup spot. Dan Johnson, Bobby Crosby, Mark Kotze. Mark Kotze has played here many times, as has Jason Kendall. The catcher and the pitcher batting ninth, Chad Godin.
And it is right-hander Tim Lincecum starting for the Giants, facing the A's for the first time. And 39 strikeouts, just 12 walks. How about that? Drafted by the Giants, 10th overall last year. They were trying to take it a little slowly with him, but with an arm like that, and the way kids come up and play today, why? And he looks like a kid, doesn't he? About 15. Bonds, Winn, and Lewis in the outfield from left to right. Pedro Feliz, third among the major league third baseman, the fielding percentage. Gold Glover at third, shortstop Omar Vizquel. Durham and Kelsko on the right side. Bengie Molina behind the plate.
All right, tonight's game, we are participating in the Home Run Challenge. Every home run hit raises $11,000 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by calling 1-800-798-CURE. That's C-U-R-E. First pitch of the ball game. Travis Buck hits one to shallow left field. Bonds racing in, still coming in. He's going to get there in fair territory, and he makes the catch. So Travis Buck goes after the first pitch and flies out to Bonds in left field. 1 out.
Almost kind of side saddle, so it's not like he's losing much by going into a straight windup.
Ellis hanging in there as he always does. And it was last year right around this time when, as Ray said, the A's chose, or the Giants chose Tim Lincecum with the first pick. First round pick, 10th overall, and he has quickly made it to the big leagues. Straight up, Kelsko out, Molina out, Feliz down, and Feliz makes the catch near the mound. 2 outs.
Got
So
a great
1
arm.
and 2. Yep.
Great on. Oh, he's got to throw a curveball.
Strike 3 called. Curveball in the outside corner. So pretty impressive first inning by the rookie Tim Lincecum. A's coming up. Randy Winn's going to lead things off in center field. Then the right fielder, Fred Lewis. Ryan Kelsko at first. Bonds in left. Durham at second. Molina, the catcher. Feliz at third. Vizquel at short. And Lincecum, the pitcher. So the first pitch to Randy Winn is a bit off the plate. Winn, Lewis, and Kelsko, bottom of the first. Giants record 28-31. And they just finished a 4-6 road trip. They won last night in 11 innings, 5-4 in Arizona. So they got home late last night. It's the start of a 6-game homestand for the Giants. Up the middle. Ellis can't quite get it, and Randy Winn's got a leadoff single. Just bounced it right up the middle in his last start. Picked up the win. Close pitch to Fred Lewis, but called the ball. Bruce Dreckman is the home plate umpire. Bonds in the hole with Kelsko in the on-deck circle. Fred Lewis, it's a bouncer to short. Could be 2. Lewis can run, but plenty of time to throw a little off, but Johnson has it. Here's Kelsko. Kelsko rolls over on one, and that's going to be an easy inning for Chad Godin. How about 6 pitches? We're headed to the second. No score. Lincecum throws a strike. Chavez, Johnson, and Crosby here in the second inning. Strike 2. New right fielder for the Giants, Dan Ortmeier. Fred Lewis on the double play grounder is not running real hard down first base. So get a report on Lewis. We'll let you know. But Lewis is out. Ortmeier is now in right. That would be high gas right there. And Chavez swings and misses.
And Lewis out of the box on the ground ball to Bobby Crosby. See what happens as he. He's not running at all. That
is no. It would have been a close play at first. He's got pretty good speed. So 1 out, and here's Dan Johnson. And there's the Lincecum curveball, and it drops in for a strike.
Lincecum just throwing a fastball, and Eric Chavez going up the ladder trying to make contact on a high fastball, could not, and that's a tough one to catch up when it's upstairs like that.
Pedro Feliz has it, and he flips it across. So 5 up and 5 down for Tim Lincecum. Barry Zito will pitch tomorrow for the Giants. Zito and Herring. Hit high to right center. Ortmeier comes in, and he's got it. 6 up, 6 down for Tim Lincecum. Barry Bonds is going to lead things off for the Giants in the bottom of the second. Barry Bonds will lead things off for the Giants against Chad Godin. Pitch just a little bit low. 12 home runs for Bonds, 58 walks this year. 2-0. Bounced right back to Godin as he reaches up, grabs it, and there's 1 out. She's an A's fan, he's a Giants fan. Bounce toward Crosby. Gotta wait for a big hop. 2 outs.
5 outs, 5 ground ball outs, and that's exactly what Chad Godin wants. 3 home runs he's given up in his starts.
Bruce Bochy, his first year, couple of, certainly not a first-time manager, but first year with the Giants. Bob Guerin, first year with the A's. Two outs, Bengie Molina, the 6th place hitter. Molina's first year with the Giants, and he has had a very good year.
As long as they don't depend on his speed, he's fine. but he can hit, he can catch, and contract he signed, the money they're paying him, so far very worthwhile.
His name's being thrown out there as a possible all-star candidate this year to represent the Giants. Just reaches for that one. Johnson's going to come into the infield grass, and an easy inning for Chad Godin. So both pitchers at the top of their games early on. No score after 2. A bunt attempt. Pretty good bump. Feliz on the bare hand. Throws in time. A very nice play by Pedro Feliz. That looked like it had bunt hit written all over it.
Got a good hop, and that's the important thing for a third baseman, especially when you're going to barehand the ball, and he had to get Kotsay, who did a very good job. Ball came right up to Feliz, and a good throw to get marked by just a half step. Good idea. Something the A's probably should have done yesterday against Kurt Schilling early in the game, which they did not. In fact, not one attempt throughout the game. It gets too late, a no-hitter. It's kind of an unwritten rule that you don't do it.
.96 miles an hour on that fastball in their first strike. So the count is 2-1, not 1-2. See, Donnie Murphy on the right. He is here because Milton Bradley is on the disabled list. Jason Kendall strokes a base hit up the middle.
All Jason needed was somebody to throw hard. And let it go. Let it rip. Right back up the middle. And, you know, 8th place hitter get a chance to see nothing but fastballs more or less from Lincecum. And as much as it's supposed to be a two-seamer, very straight, and Jason was all over it.
And it's a walk. Lincecum wasn't really that close.
Actually, the ball he did bunt at was a ball. Chad gets to put on his jacket. Even though he's sleeveless. A cool night here in San Francisco. But people want to try to keep their arms warm. Loose.
That one goes right back to Molina, who's going to throw to third, and he's saved. Jason Kendall beat the throw.
Well, that's just secondarily the only reason Jason could get to third, because it was a secondary lead. But this ball thrown so hard comes right back to Benjamin Molina, hit the plexiglass, and he immediately fired to third. But Jason taking a few extra steps off immediately, and a feet first slide.
And that's line to left center field. That's going to be a hit. Godin's going to hit third, and he's going to score easily. Buck to second with the double. Travis Buck, what a surprise. Left center field, a line drive.
Travis Buck, and you can see 4 of his 6 home runs have gone to the opposite field, 4 against left-handers. Got a curveball with 2 strikes, but little stride there, and then on the rotation of his front foot, and he's thinking 2 all the way. Ball in the left center, and that's just a great job of hitting. And oh, by the way, he is a rookie, and a very good one.
So RBIs 18 and 19 for Travis Buck. Bounce towards short. Vizquel, smooth as always, flips it across. Ellis is retired. Buck stays at second. 2 up. And good curveball there. Swisher swung out of his shoes.
It's all right. Reggie did it too, and he almost hit 600 home runs. Curveball and just slipped. And just gets a little base hit, not to drive in a run, and that'll make everybody forget it.
And it's a walk. So good at bat by Swisher. Second walk in the inning by Lincecum.
Barry Zito struggled early through 35, 38 pitches in the first inning.
And that one goes right back to the screen, and runners are going to move up again. That would be a wild pitch, folks.
Bengie didn't even bother turning around on this one.
Bengie was not going to get this.
I mean, this went over his head so fast. Look at lift. It's almost like he was crossed up. Did that hit the bull?
There's a sponsored sign that has no chance behind home plate. There it is. Full throttle, all right. And it's a walk. The Lincecum is in big trouble here in the third. Chavez at first. Boy, the A's could do some real damage with a base hit here. And that's hit well to center. Randy Winn toward left center field. He reaches up and he makes the catch. Well struck ball by Dan Johnson. Couple of runs for the A's off Lincecum. Bottom of the third coming up. A little bit outside. We're actually called a strike. We're pleased to be joined in the booth by Michael Milken, the chairman for the Prostate Cancer Foundation. Michael, we get to talk to you every year, and it's always for a great cause. And welcome to the A's Giants game. How you doing?
And it's great. It's good to see the A's out there on the field.
Well,
It's good to see you at the scoreboard.
we don't want the bottom of the third to be as long as the top was when we were next door with the Giants radio.
Yeah, you don't want it to be that long, huh?
You're in the home run challenge. You're on the tour again.
That is true. It's great to be here. And this year we finish the entire Father's Day program after we see all the teams in the major leagues on Father's Day in Oakland. So it's just a great opportunity to finish up in Oakland.
It's going to... Kotze is going to have to play it on a hop, but he throws it quickly to second base, and Feliz just got in. Very close. Lincecum to bunt again, and he takes a ball. Unbelievable. The count was 0-2, and Godin walked him.
That's a case of trying too hard.
A's cannot turn the double play. They get the runner at second. A run comes in to score, so it's 2-1.
I would say anyone who has a family history should start getting checked at 40. African American men who have a much higher incidence of prostate cancer also getting checked at 40. We have a goal to eliminate all cancer by 2015. In fact, I've booked a vacation 2015.
That's great.
That is.
Now next week when we end up at the A's, we're going to see 7 ball games in 3 days to finish out the week.
Ortmeier strikes out. A big strikeout there for Chad Godin. 2 outs.
Great sinking fastball. He got to hit 0-2, and that's the key. Good block by Jason Kendall on the ball in the dirt, but good sinker down out of the strike zone, and a very, very big strikeout.
Kind of amazing. He walks the pitcher. He's just trying to bunt the ball. If you just get that ball anywhere close to home plate, and then you strike out the next guy. Just
what a great
baseball,
game, huh?
isn't it? Just baseball. It's interesting. Both pitchers walking the other pitcher created the inning.
Yep. There's a strike.
Mike Lincecum, a lot of pitches, only 13 for Chad in the first 2 innings. He's up to 35 now, so it's a Michael Milken inning.
Well, we like these long innings. Particularly, we like them when they're home runs, particularly in the top of the third, top of the fourth.
And it's a walk, so they are loaded for Bonds. Two walks in the inning by Godin and a couple of base hits, so that'll get this crowd into it.
Like it's Joe Torre, of course, manager of the Yankees. Dusty Baker, when he's managing, had prostate cancer. How important?
Frank Robinson.
But for the ones who have come out publicly and supported what you're doing, from your standpoint of getting people to donate money, to raise money, how important has that been to your organization?
It's been extremely important. Also to see people who've had prostate cancer, Joe Torre, Dusty Baker, Frank Robinson, see that they're active, they're still managing, and they're still active in what they enjoy doing.
And Godin's going to get out of it as Bonds bounces out to Bobby Crosby, and that's going to do it. Michael Milken, great job. Keep up the great work. Thanks for stopping by.
We'll see you on Father's Day.
Okay, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Giants get a run. It's 2-1 after 3. So that is where we are at. Top of the 4th. Crosby, Kotze, Kendall against Lincecum. Tim Lincecum, a 35-pitch 3rd inning, and he really struggled. Walked 3. Gave up a couple hits. We'll see if he settles down here in the 4th inning. Ray Durham to his left, and Bobby Crosby is out. 1 out. This year. That one hit toward Durham. Tough hop, but Durham stays with it. 2 outs.
Try to get the pitcher to hit in this inning so he can start to top the batting order next inning. Unless Chad Godin goes deep or keeps it going.
So Lincecum walks Kendall. That's the 4th walk for Lincecum.
See, this is where pitchers like it in American League. No bunt situation. Have to can swing if they're allowed. In spring training, they're not allowed, but I think now they can.
So they see first and second, nobody out there. Like, oh man, I've been waiting all year to bunt off this kid who's throwing 95 miles an hour.
He's got it. Stepping out, just the batting gloves.
He's got a good swing though. Watching him in batting practice.
Yeah, that was at a 60-mile-an-hour fastball.
That's true.
Add about 35 to it.
And Bengie Molina almost took that one off the mask, and Lincecum and Molina have not been on the same page today, although I'm not sure there's a whole lot Bengie can do about it. Strike 3 called right on the outside corner with a fastball. A strand runner, bottom of the 4th coming up. It'll be Durham, Molina, and Feliz. Back in the 2nd inning. Hits one toward Crosby again. Nice backhand. Crosby straightens up and throws out Ray Durham. 1 out. Dodge who's hot tonight. ERA leaders. That's in the major leagues, and a couple A's on there, Heron and Godin. Matt Morris from the Giants having a very good year. There's an interesting article in the USA Today about the strength of the pitching staffs in the AL West and the NL West.
Right.
Was it 6 of the top 7 ERAs, team ERAs in Major League Baseball were from those 2 divisions.
The Padres had fewest walks and fewest home runs,
yeah.
which that part you can understand. Still, if the guys off the base without a free pass, definitely helps. Well, the A's will see Lincecum tonight, 96-97. They'll see Barry Zito tomorrow at about 84-85 with his fastball, and then back to Matt Cain on Sunday. So it'll be
A little bit of everything.
hard, soft, hard for 3 days.
Swisher is in fair territory. He makes the catch down the right field line. 2 outs. And that's a good pitch by Godin, right on the outside corner. Got him. Threw a fastball right by Pedro Feliz. So Chad Godin settles down a 3-up, 3-down 4th inning. We're headed to the 5th at AT&T Park in San Francisco. 2-1 A's. Fifth inning, a pitcher's duel. Lincecum and Chad Godin. 2-1 A's. The A's will have the top of the order. Buck, Ellis, and Swisher. And a cool night in San Francisco. I guess you could say that almost every time. Buck has the big hit in the game for the A's. A 2-run double in the 3rd inning. Bob Guerin has the job of trying to get all these outfielders playing time. That one's hit well. Randy Winn's going to watch it go over his head and land at the base of the wall. And Travis Buck, another double to left center field. 3-0 pitch called a strike. Didn't have to be, as Ellis was headed to first. Mark Ellis doesn't argue a whole lot. He was not convinced that that was a strike.
And he's probably right.
So the count 3-1 with Buck at second base. And he bunts it nicely. Lincecum's going to have to hurry, and he's not going to have a play. Could not pick it up cleanly. So Mark Ellis ends up getting a base hit out of it.
And he actually bunted a pitch farther outside than what he thought ball or strike one was. But it was a perfect pitch for him to do that, to drag the ball, drop the head of the bat on it, and Lincecum trying to barehand the ball, which is the worst thing to do. But a perfect bunt. He was at least going to advance the runner. Instead, he gets himself a base hit. That's a great bunt. And as soon as it made contact, he's hustling for the base hit.
So a couple of hits in the inning, and there's action down in the Giants bullpen. Jonathan Sanchez, the left-hander, was just called up.
Dave Righetti talking to his son, isn't he?
Yep. Well, that's a nice block by Bengie Molina. We talk about blocking a lot because Ray did it for a living. Sometimes you just get lucky.
This is strictly luck. That's a curveball, and Bengie putting his big body in front of it, and he's got a big one to do it, and uses it to block.
No, we're not saying he's lucky. We're saying on that one, the catcher, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, I mean, he did the best thing, and he's feeling the pain, too, because he took it in the chest protector. Or maybe took it someplace, but not a lot of padding. I got him on the left arm a little bit.
And his manager, a former catcher, knows about this, I'm sure.
What's Bengie wearing under his helmet? Look at that. It's like a
beanie.
Sock cap.
Bengie says, I'm all right. I've seen a lot of Bengie Bellino over the years. That is the Giants' backup catcher, Eliezer Alfonzo. That's called being ready, man. He got the full gear on. He throws that mask on, he will be ready to go. Ellis bluffs. Swisher hits it toward left. Bonds back, settles underneath it, and he's got it. It's going to be good enough for a sacrifice fly, and Mark Ellis alertly tags up and goes to second. So a good at-bat and good execution all around by the A's, and they lead 3-1.
Take your chances tomorrow, Swish, with that ball in a day game. He crushed it going opposite field, and of course, the young man throws as hard as Lincecum does. Let him provide the power. Didn't try to pull it. And a great job of hitting with a runner at third and nobody out.
And it's a walk. And Bochy's coming out. He has seen enough. Tim Lincecum struggled with his control most of the night. He has now walked 5, and that is going to do it. So pitching change. It is our Ford bold move of the game. And it's going to be a double switch as well. Sanchez coming in. Lincecum is done. Top of the 5th. A run in for the A's, and they're looking for more. 2 on and 1 out. And a double switch. Eliezer Alfonzo comes in the game, and he will do the catching. So Alfonzo is now in the 9th spot.
Bengie Molina must have been a little bit of an injury.
I agree.
Because I don't think Bruce Bochy, unless they have a hidden catcher somewhere,
nothing at all,
that they take his catcher out in the middle of the game.
Yeah, he must have been. I mean, nobody knows it better than Bruce Bochy. I mean, you're not going to leave yourself short. So here's Sanchez. He will face the left-handed hitting Dan Johnson. picked up. Feliz drifts down the line in foul territory. And on one pitch, Dan Johnson fouls out. 2 out. Let's see if we see anything with Bengie Molina.
Watch your curveball hit the dirt and watch the way it comes up and goes, kicks to the left. Got him in the left bicep. Maybe got him in the wrist, the arm, a lot of different parts, but see the grimace, that's a little bit of pain.
Yeah, just the whole fact that Molina's not the kind of guy that's going to come out of a game very often, and 2, putting your backup catcher in there this early. 2 outs, and Bobby Crosby faces Sanchez.
He, like Lincecum, throws hard. 4-pitch pitcher with a fastball mid-90s.
Just called up. He was up earlier this year and went back down, and Russ Ortiz went to the disabled list, so Sanchez is back in the big leagues. And good pitch there. Changeup, 83 miles per hour.
Pulled the string perfectly, and Bobby way out in front on a pitch away from him, and good pitch, good at bat to try to think right field. Sanchez looks like he wants to stay away.
And he gets Bobby Crosby. He did indeed stay away. So the A's get a run. Bottom of the 5th coming up, 3-1 Athletics. Giants with 3 hits. Godin has walked a couple and has struck out 2 so far.
With a bump in the road. Maybe felt sorry for his offensive number, Tim Lincecum, who top of the inning threw a lot of pitches, or maybe it was just one of those innings that just tried to guide the ball a little bit too much. He got through it, a lot of pitches, but settled down in the last inning. He's retired 4 in a row.
It'll be Vizquel, the catcher, Eliezer, Alfonzo, and then top of the order, Randy Winn. Slowly hit. Godin has it. Flips the first, throws high, and Johnson comes down on the bag. 1 out. As he faces Eliezer Alfonzo in the game for Bengie Molina. That is the club level here at AT&T Park. Sit outside or you want to stay warm, get on the other side of the glass. Count stays 1-2. That's Lucille, the Giants mascot. He's been using that move since day 1, and I think it's time for a new one. Not a new mascot, but a new move. Reached for and popped just above the A's dugout. Again, battling Alfonzo, the 1-2 pitch again. And he swings and misses. Alfonzo says he got a piece of it, but that's strikeout number 3.
Jason catch it.
Yes,
He caught it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Plus, I think he missed it by at least 6 inches.
Out with a elbow injury, surgery. Line to center, and Kotze is going to play it out of high. So Randy Winn is 2 for 3 with an RBI tonight. Here's Ortmeier. Ortmeier bounces one to Crosby. He'll step on the bag. And just like that, side retired a hit, but no damage done. Through 5, 3-1 A's. Pepsi Spotlight, the A's top picks in the 2007 MLB draft. That was yesterday and today. James Simmons was the #1 pick for the A's, 26th overall. right-handed pitcher from UC Riverside. Second pick was the 41st overall, and the A's took Sean Doolittle, a first baseman from the University of Virginia. I read where Doolittle also does some pitching. Those were the first 2 picks for the A's in the draft, which concluded today. Overall, the A's took 53 players, 41 college kids, 12 high schoolers, 25 pitchers, 7 catchers, 9 infielders, and 12 outfielders. So the farm system has been restocked as each team does each year. So 53 new players. How about that?
Well, that means there's a whole bunch of other players saying, I better get my act together. Those 53 are going to replace me.
That was a great question. Wow. So does that automatically mean you just drop 53? No.
Yeah. Keith Littman said, who's the director of player development for the A's, was saying this spring that this is it's a tough time of the year just because of the new players. Of course, they'll go to the rookie league and short season, but as they start to develop, then it's just a matter of you have to find room for them. You're not going to draft them and give them money to let them go after a year. So it's hard to stay in professional baseball unless you have some talent and you're on a steady climb, or at least some sort of a climb.
Katse toward left field. Bonds comes in. So there's 1 out. It was an important draft for the Giants as well. They had a whole bunch of picks. They had 6 picks in the first 51. They had 3 first-round picks. Those were 2 of them. The first one, Madison Bumgarner, 10th overall. And then Tim Alderson, 22nd overall. And they had 3 first-round picks. Tough to judge, you know. How do you know?
Well, and high school pitchers, too. And the A's have been very good at drafting college players, which basically means they're at least 3 years at a 4-year school. They have to go at least 3. A couple of guys there. Texas, USC, and also several of the A's pitchers have gone to college. And basically, you don't have to watch them as much. As high school pitchers, they're coming right out at age 18. And you're looking at probably 4 to 6 years, usually, to develop into major league players. Whereas you find a college player who's already spent 2 to 3 years in college and a good program, he could spend a year or 2 in the minor leagues and be here.
And Kelsko coming over, and he's got it, 2 outs. And really, Ray, you got a couple examples. Houston Street's a perfect example. Tim Lincecum's a perfect example. Both college pitchers who spent very little time in the minor league. So Dan walked and scored in the 3rd and struck out in the 4th. A good swing, but he swings through it. Side retired. Jonathan Sanchez, 3 up, 3 down inning. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Kelsko, Bonds, and Durham for the Giants.
A's will go on to Houston to play 3 there, back home against the Cardinals, and then the Cincinnati Reds will be in town for the end of the Interleague Play 2007. And when the Reds are in town, that's June the 19th on a Tuesday at 7:05 p.m. 10,000 fans will receive an A's tumbler courtesy of Folgers. For tickets, call 877-493-BALL or visit OaklandAthletics.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning. A's with a 3-1 lead over the Giants. And Chad Godin has given up just 4 hits. Couple of walks, 3 strikeouts, and he faces Kelsko, Bonds, and Durham. So the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the Giants lineup. Kelsko, as he always does, a big swing, fouls it down the left field line.
And the best thing for Chad Godin, unlike Tim Lincecum, that's only 64th pitch that he's thrown tonight. Lincecum left with 92 and did not make it through the 5th. Oh, and 2.
Hit hard, but foul past Willie Upshaw, the first base coach.
Look at it, ball, dude.
He'll make it.
Ball down.
You're a staple here, man.
Yeah.
Again, the payoff pitch. Let's go. Just got a piece of it.
Helped him. That's ball 4, but got him to swing at a pitch that was close that he took for a ball. Ray Durham eyeballing Chad Godin. 2 ground ball outs to Bobby Crosby for Ray Durham.
That one hit hard. Dan Johnson hangs with it and flips to Chad Godin, and 1 out.
Now batting, left fielder, Barry Bonds.
So Bond steps in. 0 for 2 tonight. He swings at a high fastball and doesn't get it. Bonds has just 1 home run in his last 67 at-bats. He got off to a real fast start. Good pitch outside corner. Last time he homered was May 27th. Closing in on 3,000 hits. Strike 3.
My. You are allowed to call 3 strikes in a row. Wow. What is wrong with this? Nothing.
And put it right back there again, and Bonds fouled it back.
It's amazing.
See what Godin does again on 1-2.
Staying with the fastballs, he is set. Took a little bit off that pitch, but Chad Godin's changeup is thrown with a splitter grip. He just spreads his index and middle finger a little bit just to throw the changeup, not a true splitter.
Bonds swings at a pitch up in the strike zone. Count stays 2-2.
So that's 3 extra pitches already to Bonds because the 0-2 was not called a strike.
And we're getting later in the game. Full count. Ray Durham in the on-deck circle. And there's a walk. So that's the 3rd walk by Chad Godin. And that one's a little tough to swallow because it looked like Godin maybe had Bonds struck out.
Well, you take a look at the pitches. High fastball, he swung and missed. Called strike. Remember that pitch because this one, identical. Yet called a ball. And then fouls off a ball. And then in the dirt. Fouls off another one in the dirt again or low, and then walks him on the 3-2.
And Ray Durham gets a base hit to right field. Bonds will go to second and stop there. So now the Giants have first and second and 1 out. He tried to come inside to Sweeney, and he missed. Pedro Feliz is in the on-deck circle.
He's going to quickly get somebody loose in the bullpen, or from the dugout to the bullpen.
And it's the lefty Ron Flores. Here's the 3-0. And it's called a strike, 3-1. Bonds is at second. He missed some time earlier this week. Legs are a little sore, so he is not running all that well. Close pitch, but call the ball. So the bases are loaded, 1 out, and here comes Pedro Feliz. This was what Pedro Feliz did last night, leading off the top of the 9th inning.
Valverde didn't even look at it.
And that tied the game, and the Giants went on to win it in 11 innings. You don't see Pedro Feliz hit the ball that way very often. Hits that one to left field. See if Bonds tags. Buck comes in, and Bonds is going to bluff, and he's not going anywhere. So Chad Godin gets a big out there as Pedro Feliz hits it to shallow left field. So Godin trying to work his way out of a jam. He's 1 out away. Bounced. Johnson gives ground. He flips to Chad Godin, and Chad Godin works his way out of it. Giants leave him loaded. We're headed to the 7th. 3-1 A's. First one knocked in 2 runs.
Knocked in 2, and he scored the 3rd.
He's got another base hit right up the middle. So Travis Buck, 3 for 4 tonight. Keeps it nice and simple, doesn't he?
Well, eventually, he's going to learn how to pull. And I say learn because right now, his college career, a couple of years in minor leagues, he has been the type of hitter we've seen now. And there's nothing wrong with a player hitting home runs the opposite field because he's going to stay on the ball longer and he's going to get more hits like he's gotten tonight instead of trying to open it up and pull the ball and striking out or hitting ground ball double plays. On yesterday, but lost the day before.
And Bartolo Colon got knocked around tonight. Obviously, he did not win. Vizquel has it to Durham. Durham on the pivot, and Mark Ellis hits into the 6-4-3 double play.
Got a chance to see really how the grass sucked up that ground ball, and the high grass slowed it down, and it makes it a little difficult for a ball, although that one's hit directly at Vizquel, but slowed down considerably and perfect. 6-4-3.
It'd be interesting, Ray, to see how that infield plays tomorrow and Sunday when it's a day game. Hey, if you're going to get traded and be popular with your new team, you need to get traded for Armando Benitez. Past Durham, a base hit. Swisher got a pitch to hit, and he took advantage of it. It's our U.S. Marines on a roll. This was Eric Chavez yesterday helping out Joe Blanton.
Tough son, runner at 3rd. Thinking about tagging. Oh, Shaley almost got him.
Fastball swing and a miss by Eric Chavez. So A's get a couple of hits, do not score. Bottom of the 7th coming up, 3-1 Athletics.
So that's the reason the A's are going to play the Mets.
That's right. The A's are going to the Mets. Alfonzo strikes or grounds out. We are not happy right now. Watch this guy. He makes a nice play, but he cuts in front of a little guy. And then he gives it to his buddy. He kept it. That is one of the weakest efforts I've ever seen. I'm just going to hope that in the next 2.5 innings, he changes his mind and gives it to the little kid.
Otherwise, we'll keep showing him one. And
we will keep showing him
after the game. Or look, we're waiting for him. And somebody threw him a ball, and he jumped in front and took it away from him. Bully.
That is a bully move.
I couldn't get around you.
We're the bully police. 1-0 to Randy Winn. Winn is going to roll one into right field, a base hit. Sometimes it helps to roll over on a ball, and Randy Winn did right there, and he got it through. 3 hits tonight for Winn.
And a couple have gone up the middle, and as a result, Mark Ellis shading him a little towards the middle, and Took the sinker past Ellie's left into right field.
A little oblique strain, and Lewis left the game. Ortmeier's in. High bouncer. Ellis gets the big hop. He'll take the sure out at first. So Winn goes to second. 2 outs. Chad Godin looks like the sinker's been real good again tonight. And on a night where we've talked about how grass seems a little damp, a little long, it's been working.
He's not happy now, though, when he sees the skipper coming out.
I don't think he's going to be happy. Jay Marshall's coming in. A couple of lefties coming up. Kelsko and Bonds. So another great effort by Chad Godin. Kelsko, a couple of home runs on the year, 16 RBIs. And he rifles one, right field, corner, fair ball. That's going to score Randy Winn. Kelsko digging for second, and he's going to hit the bag. He's headed for third. Ellis has got a shot at him, and he is safe. A risky move by Ryan Kelsko, but it paid off, and it's now a 3-2 game.
Kelsko saw the ball get past Swish in right field. Slider that stayed in the inner half of the plate, and that's always dangerous for a submarine or a sidearm pitcher. And Mark Ellis with a strong throw. And let's see right there, a high tag, and that's the reason it was called safe. Throw, the ball, and Kelsko arriving at the same time.
So here's Bonds, and Bonds bounces one, just foul. Here's the close play.
The throw, the ball had been down with the bounce, but the ball was up, and he tried to quickly apply the tag down and couldn't do it.
Bonds line drive, right field. That's going to go to the wall, and this game is tied. Bonds stops at first, and Jay Marshall has not gotten the job done. Kelsko a triple, Bonds a single, and we're tied at 3. Mark Ellis, a terrific effort. I thought he was going to make the play. Headlong dive, just couldn't quite get it.
Location again, not getting the ball outside to the two lefties, and you leave it in the inner part of the plate. This ball passed Ellis, and that's how quickly it got to the right field wall. This time, though, Swish able to take the carom, get it back in, holding Bonds, not running well, holding to a single.
Pitching change, Castilla coming in. Giants have tied it here in the 7th. Well, a pair of 2-out hits by the Giants here in the bottom of the 7th. Triple by Kelsko. Knocked in a run, and then Bonds with a single. Rips one off the wall. And just like that, we're all tied at 3. So Jay Marshall doesn't get anybody out, and it's Santiago Casillas' turn. He was pitched in 3 games, and he's been pretty darn good. Pitcher's spot is next, and Rich Aurelia has come out into the on-deck circle. Bonds takes off. He got a huge jump, and Kendall's not going to be able to throw it. Stolen base. Bonds had about 2 steps before Castilla lifted up his leg.
And even if Jason had come up with it cleanly, there's no chance. And that's just plain running, and knowing the pitcher's not paying that much attention to Bonds. Of course, he has had a few stolen bases in his career.
And now they're going to walk Ray Durham. So Bonds is 3rd of the year, 512 career stolen bases. So there's the free pass. And this one's going to scoot past Kendall. Bonds is going to go to 3rd, and Durham goes to 2nd. So another slider in the dirt.
Ball hit the dirt, and Jason's right arm kind of opened a little bit at the elbow, and the ball found its way through.
Hit towards center. Kotze racing back, still going back, and he's going to get there and make the catch. Tough outfield to play, and Mark Kotze handled it. Giants get 2. We are tied after 7.
Beat the Giants!
All right, my guy on the right, he's my guy. Right field, a bullet, and Ortmeier is going to play it off the wall. Johnson digging for second, and he's going to get there with a double. A leadoff double for Dan Johnson here in the bottom of the 8th to make that the top of the 8th.
Boy, they finally crushed the ball and get something out of it. Ortmeier.
And a big at-bat here for Crosby. He bounces one. Durham behind the bag, a tough play, and he throws out Bobby Crosby. But Crosby does exactly what he's supposed to do. Get the runner over, and he did it nicely. Infield in. And it gets past Alfonzo, and Johnson's not going to be able to score.
He didn't read it. He did not read the way the ball, that it got past him. And we talked about Jason Kendall with a secondary lead going to third on a similar ball. This one, though, off the glove. That would have been a pass ball, but maybe blocked something happened. He couldn't see it. Which way is he going? See, he's going back. That's the difference there. The step has to be towards the plate. If he'd gone towards the plate there instead of backpedaling, he would have taken off. And that's the secondary lead. You take the walk and you stop on your front foot, but you're stopping in a way that you could go either way.
And you're right, for him to be going back, he must have never saw the ball go past him. Maybe the umpire blocked him or something like that. Giants have Tashner, Schultz, Correa, and Hennessy still left down in their bullpen. Hit hard, Kelsko on a short hop makes the play, and Johnson stays at third. A well-struck ball by Kotze, but it was right at Kelsko. 2 outs, and it's up to Kendall, and Jason Kendall will not face Steve Klein.
Boy, he hit it hard. Slider away from him, pulled it. Kelsko. Ball found his glove.
So it's going to be Kevin Correa against Jason Kendall with the go-ahead run at third and 2 outs here, top of the 8th. With the go-ahead run, Dan Johnson at third. Kevin Correa, the right-hander's first pitch to Kendall. There's a fastball in there for a strike. 24th appearance for Correa. Opponent's average very low at 214. He had a tough road trip. To right field. Ortmeier going back, still going back toward the corner, and he makes the catch. Side retired. A's strand a runner at third. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Feliz, Vizquel, Alfonzo.
A couple of blocks by Jason Kendall.
Pedro Feliz pops it up. 1 out. The Giants did not score. Edouard Vizquel, now 40 years old, his 18th year in the big leagues. Tashner, the lefty. Hennessy, the righty for the Giants. Hennessy is the Giants' closer. Don't know how long Bonds will play. Lined right at Swisher. Casillas says, thank you very much. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Eliezer Alfonzo strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. We're headed to the 9th. 3-3. Got him in Philadelphia, and a couple nights ago, the Arizona Diamondbacks guy.
Maybe Chris Young.
Yep.
Chris Young got in the record books too. Chris Young had a walk-off home run. I understand it was only the 5th time in Major League history that a player has hit a walk-off home run in the next game. Hit a home run for the only
run in the game. That's right. That's right. That was Tuesday and Wednesday.
Both against the Giants.
Yep. 2-2 to Cust. Hit toward Durham, who charges. He picks it up, flips just in time to get Tusk 1 out. He looks very comfortable, whoever he's facing. He reaches and flips it into left field for a base hit, and that was a pretty good pitch by Kevin Correa.
About a first 3 or 4 hit game. That'll get your average up. Swung the first pitch in his first at bat. Hit the ball to left field and out of the strike zone. Served it to left field. And Travis Buck with a 4-hit night.
Ellis 1 for 4.
271.
271. Left field. Bonds in front of the wall. Got it. You gonna say it or am I?
Just missed
in Oakland. It's
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's 339, 330 down the left field line in Oakland. Got under it just a little bit, and very, very heavy air tonight. And a good swing by Mark Ellis, and he will say it after the game. He got a lot of it, just not enough. Former big league pitcher.
And it's a 4-pitch walk to Swisher.
Well, he's not going to get a chance to have a walk-off anything.
So it's going to be lefty on lefty. Tashner against Chavez when we come back. Dan Johnson in the on-deck circle.
Frank Chavez, a couple of opportunities against the Red Sox facing lefties in situations where he swung at some pitches out of the strike zone, and admittedly, when he had the walk-off, he had a chance to win it in the 9th inning, but Romero got him, got out of the inning. So good to see him take the 2-1 slider and be selective and sit fastball, but conscious of the slider. You get it. He's very strong enough to hit it over Bond's head or to left field.
And good slider there, 3-2. And that probably would have been a strike even if he didn't swing at it. So good location from Tashner.
Well, it might have been good that he didn't make contact because it was a good pitch, and if he's going to hit it, he'd rolled over on it. So they try to shorten up now with 2 strikes.
Well, many of the sellout crowd getting up on their feet. Lots of A's fans, and the runners will be moving. 3-2, 2 outs. Buck and Swisher. Here's the pitch. And an emergency swing and a good one by Chavez as he hung in there and fouled it back.
He's only seen 1 fastball in this at bat, which another left in the on-deck circle. This is where a catcher's got to be thinking. Try to get him to chase or swing at a bad pitch or a slider anyway. And if he happens to walk him, then another lefty start fresh against Dan Johnson.
Swing and a miss. He got a fastball, and Chavez swings and misses. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Winn, Ortmeier, and Kelsko. 3-3 game. They reached on a fielder's choice. 1-0. Good changeup from Flores. Chad Godin left with the lead. But that quickly changed, and the Giants tied it with a pair in the 7th. And Johnson over, railing, and he's got it. 1 out.
Big out. That's a big, big out.
Ortmeier has a couple of home runs this year. Both of them have come right-handed. There's that good changeup. 0-2. Kiko Calero has been up once tonight, so he's up for the second time. Right center field. That's going to be trouble. That's up Triple's alley, and Ortmeier can run. Ortmeier's going to hit the bag, and he's going to have an easy triple with 1 out. That is where the winning run stands. You hit a ball there, it's almost an automatic triple.
Well, the ball slicing in perfectly to right center, and first triple of his career. And for the Giants, a big one at this point. That ball just split the gap in right center. So Ron Flores will have a chance to walk 2.
Yep.
2 lefties and face a switch hitter, Ray Durham. If he does face it, let's see if he faces him or Kiko Calero. But
then your only decision is, do you have Durham bat right-handed or left-handed?
they could pitch to Bonds and go for the double play.
Yep. So it's going to be Ray Durham. Will it be Ron Flores or Kiko Calero? Second time Bonds has walked tonight. He had an RBI hit in the 7th. That tied the game. So there's the walk. And Ray Durham got the A's last year here at AT&T Park. It happened on a Saturday afternoon. The A's thought they had it wrapped up.
0-4. He would not be the pitcher of record here, but this could be a huge save for Kiko if he could get out of this inning and take the game into extra innings.
And that missed. A couple of very close pitches, both called balls. 2-0.
One had to be high, the other low. As they seem to be splitting the heart of the plate.
2-0. I don't know that you could get 3 closer pitches than those 3. And they've all been called balls.
And it's as if Ray Durham has been taking from pitch number 1.
Looks like it. So Durham steps back in. Calero, deep breath. There's a strike outside corner. 3-1.
He might have to throw 3 strikes. See what Ray Durham taking as much as he did in the early part of the bat. Some very close pitches, as a matter of fact.
Durham popped it up.
Infield fly rule.
It's called, and Ellis has it. 2 outs. Setting up outside, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. Unbelievable. Giants do not score. We're headed to the 10th, 3-3 game.
And he didn't score. But Ray Durham with a chance with the bases loaded, infield in. 3-0 count, yet popped the ball up. So this night, regardless of what happens for the A's, could be a big night for Kiko Calera.
Yeah.
Because he has been struggling. You saw his numbers. And for him to get out of a bases loaded jam, that was very good for him and has to be for his confidence.
Johnson, Crosby, and Kotze to face Brad Hennessy. 10th inning. Past Kelsko down the right field line. And Dan Johnson's going to have a leadoff double.
He could try it again. Sure. He had the leadoff double, and Bobby Crosby got him to third.
Both teams have had chances to take the lead, chances to win. Bounced over the mound. Vizquel has it. Bobby Crosby's going to do his job, and you're right, Ray. Dan Johnson is back at third. Right at Kelsko. Murphy's coming home. The throw to the plate is in time. Alfonzo held on. And the Giants better make sure he's all right because they're out of position players.
And Donnie Murphy is left. He hit him hard, but you're right. Alfonzo is hurt. And
they are out. They do not have. Franson was their last position player.
Wow. That means a pitcher would have to go in if he can't stay in the game. But it was a bang-bang play. Murphy going on contact, unlike the last time. With Dan Johnson not able to go. And it looks like it's left knee.
Well, we certainly hope Eliezer Alfonzo is okay.
Contact. Donnie Murphy got the secondary lead. Came in and Alfonzo held on. But there's not much he could do considering where the throw was and where Murphy was. Actually, he blocked Murphy off the plate. And Donnie had to feel it as well. And the left knee, that's what they're looking at right there. It's kind of twisted the back.
And the Giants only have one relief pitcher left, Vinny Chulp. So they will take their time on this one.
Yeah. Well, Bengie explained it to somebody, and he's right. About the only thing Alfonzo could do is catch the ball and take the hit, because the throw took him up the line a little bit, exactly where Donnie Murphy was running. Thing is, with a knee problem, you have to get down in the catching position.
Well, let's see. I see Randy Winn running in. I don't know, folks. It's going to get interesting here if Alfonzo can't go.
He can barely stand. And then, plus, again, he has to crouch.
Well, he wants to give it a shot here, but you're right. You got to be able to stand up on your own.
And regardless who is behind the plate, whether it's Alfonzo, he stays in there, or somebody else, Kotze's got to be running.
Got to go.
Got to steal. You got to take the chance when you have either a catcher who's hurt or a position player who's coming in as an emergency. Travis Sports in, so you want to be a catcher, huh?
Oh, man.
Any other time, especially with,
and he's limping around a little bit, but he's sort of moving on his own.
Well, normally he'd be out of the game if he had another catcher. There would not be any hesitation, any question.
And I think the umpires realize, this is.
Well, and you can't wait forever.
No, that's true.
But there's the hit, bang, the left knee, and then after he hit it, it just kind of hyperextended a little bit after, because when he set his knee, then Murphy hit him and just kind of pushed it back.
So there are 2 outs. Kotsay is the runner at first. And Bruce Bochy's starting to stir around a little bit, and I think he's looking at his alternatives. And it may be Pedro Feliz, and I think that's who it's going to be, if there is a change made. Now, Ryan Klesko's coming in.
Probably to go to third, left-handed third baseman. Well, that's too bad.
But you're still, you need to play a pitcher in the field.
If that's all they have left.
Yeah, you need to play a starting pitcher in the field.
Or starter, right.
Yeah,
not Vinny Chalk.
Vinny Chalk is a reliever. But they're down a player right now. So you're going to see Noah Lowry head out. And Lowry's walking out right now. Now where he's going, I do not know.
And we really have to go back to the double switch with Bengie Molina. And at the time, Bengie took a ball, sure, as a ball in the dirt that hit him, but it wasn't, it's a bruise or something, or it wasn't like it was a.
It didn't look as bad as.
No, but it's
who knows?
It's very rare that you would see. This is the play. This is the curveball in the dirt. Got him up in the left arm. And he's shaking his hand. And then Alfonzo gets it on the left knee. So, and unfortunately for him and the Giants, he's able to hang on to the ball.
I think you're going to go Lowry in right, Ortmeier in center, and I have a feeling Randy Winn is going to come into the infield. I don't know that for sure, but the way things look.
Is that Kelsko down or Bonds in the catching position? Yeah, sure, Barry. Yeah, that's Feliz.
That's probably not going to happen.
But still, this is something. Mark Kotsay, get your legs loose. You got to run. You got to take off. If Feliz throws you out, tip your hat.
And Randy Winn got his infielder's glove. So that is what it's going to be.
Pedro Feliz getting his biggest ovation he's probably gotten as a Giant. He can throw. He probably should take 7 from his pitcher.
Should be allowed to do that.
Yeah, he is allowed to do it, but at least get the feel of catching the ball. He's got his knee protectors on.
Now, Jason Kendall is the hitter, and Kendall hits the ball to right field. That's where Noah Lowry is. Oh, you see something new every day.
That's right.
So it's going to be Bonds, Ortmeier, Lowry, left, center, right. Winn at third, Bisquel, Durham, and Kelsko around the infield, and Feliz is the catcher. So Lowry is now a hitter. So Lowry in the bottom of the 10th is going to hit third.
Mark Kotsay and Ty Waller are talking. They're off the bag at first. And I don't know if Bruce Bochy would call a pitch out. Pedro Feliz probably doesn't even know the signs from the manager who's making the calls as far as pitch outs, throw over, etc. Yeah, that's tough. That's a bad break.
So we'll see if Kotsay takes off, and we'll see what happens. The one thing Pedro Feliz may have going for him, he's got a really good arm.
Right. And it's all about timing. It's all about catching the ball, throwing the ball, and the only reason Kotsay might not run, of course, he's coming off back surgery.
Yeah.
But I think that he has tried pretty much everything in his rehab assignment in Sacramento. But it's worth a shot. 2 outs. Worth a shot to try to get the runner in scoring position.
You see Shannon Stewart has come out into the on-deck circle. The pitcher's spot is after Kendall. There are 2 outs. Well, here we go. Randy Winn, remember, is the third baseman. Kotsay bluffs, does not go, and there's a strike.
Thing is that Pedro Feliz caught a breaking ball before.
Yeah.
Hennessy threw seven pitches warming up and all fastballs. Look at the sign where he's giving the sign.
Kotsay not going, and the pitch is a bit low. 1-1.
If Feliz was given a sign, he had like his fingers were on the ground.
Yeah.
And our whole idea is to try to hide so nobody can see it. Cito's pitching tomorrow. He's probably already home. And they're not going to mess around with Kane and Morris. Let's see the sign. Look at this. Oh, he brought it up. Yeah, I think Hennessy might have told him, don't show everybody what I'm going to throw.
Rolled foul, and now it's 1-2. Think Pedro Feliz's heart is pumping a little bit? So Kotsay still at first. Top of the 10th inning. Kotsay's going this time. It's grounded into right center field, a base hit. Kotsay's going to go to third, and he will stop there as the throw comes into Kelsko. Jason Kendall rolled one past Durham. And the A's still alive here in the 10th. First and third, 2 outs.
And once again, another shot. Why is Ray Durham covering second base? Of all players, Jason Kendall hits as well to right field as anybody, and yet the second baseman's going to cover on an attempted steal. And now Bruce Bochy going out to talk to his catcher, his new catcher, because the A's could be thinking about trying to do something. And the only reason all these things playing out is because you have so many different players out of position.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm Bruce Bochy, I'm going out there too.
Yeah. And
I mean, he needs one more out to get back in the dugout. It may be tougher than they think.
Shannon Stewart yesterday, the 27th out for Kurt Schilling. He shook off his catcher, Jason Varitek. Varitek wanted to throw a slider. Shook him off, wanted a fastball. And a base hit to right field. Foul.
So here's Stewart. Kotsay at third, Kendall at first.
Could we have a pass ball? Could we have a wild pitch? Could we have anything that puts a little extra pressure on Pedro Feliz? That was a slider, fouled back by Stewart.
Kendall takes off. Swing and a miss, no strike. 1-2.
Oh my. He's got to be kidding me. How could a guy be so lucky to backhand a ball a foot in front of him that goes right into his mitt? This is not your textbook blocking. This is an infielder backhanding the ball. Oh, wow. I got to put him down as a blocker. Oh, you runner on third. Come on. Guys can't stop laughing. Yeah, still got to be looking fast here. That's it. Slider in the dirt. Backhanded by Feliz. Line the left at the base hit. 1 run scores. going to score, and the A's have taken a 2-run lead. After all that, Shannon Stewart reached out and poked one into left field.
Well, the A's, bases loaded for the Giants with 1 out, 3-0 count on Ray Durham. They get out of the inning, turn right around with 2 outs, get a big hit.
2 singles, 2 doubles. Runner goes, and the ball sails right past Pedro Feliz. Shannon Stewart ends up at second base. He was going, so it'll be a stolen base.
Well, Pedro Feliz could say, well, I saw this happen with Bengie Molina behind the plate, so it doesn't matter.
That's right.
Look at the fan behind the plexiglass. Didn't quite trust that it was going to stop it.
Bengie's got 2 gold gloves, and it happened to him. So Stewart now at second. Little pop-up, Randy Winn over in front of the Giants dugout, and he's got it. Side retired, but a bizarre top of the 10th inning. When it's all said and done, the A's get a pair. 5-3 going to the bottom of the 10th. A bizarre night at AT&T Park. Pedro Feliz, the catcher.
And he was only back there for a couple of batters, but he'll find that his legs, his knees tomorrow are going to be a little sore.
Shannon Stewart, who got the big 2-run single, now in left field. Swisher comes in to play first base. He drives one to center, but Kotze is going to get there. 1 out. We've seen Jason Kendall enough, and everybody has. It seemed like it would be a no-brainer decision on who would cover second. Hit hard at left fielder, and Stewart's going to get there. 2 outs. So Vizquel hit it hard, but right at Shannon Stewart. Well, A's fans sticking around. Giants fans, they don't like their chances. They're heading for the seats. Lowry is going to hit.
He went up the plate digging in. Almost like he needed a shovel. I remember times the guys going to dig in, they better cover it up because they'd be covering it up, laying their body on top of it, getting drilled. We've already seen 2 pitchers walk tonight.
Both important.
Yes.
That was a long time ago. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Alan Embree strikes out Noah Lowry. A bizarre game, but when it's all said and done, the A's don't really care because they win it in 10 innings by a final score of 5-3. So the A's, 6 wins in their last 7 games. They go back to 4 over 500. They're now 32-28. All right, tomorrow's Bay Bridge Series game will be shown on Fox Saturday Baseball at 1 p.m. and Sunday's telecast will be on Action 36, Cable 6 at 1 o'clock. Our next telecast here on FSN Bay Area will be Tuesday when the A's continue interleague play against the Houston Astros. Coverage begins at 5 p.m. on FSN Bay Area. For producer David Coppett, director Tom Adze, and my partner Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. You've been watching FSN Bay Area. You're home for A's baseball all season long. A's win it 5-3.
When the Giants